ready, go. Those things on the end there, those are called harmonics. And they're a little different than the normal notes that we played. So today I want to talk all about harmonics. What they are actually scientifically. I am a scientist actually, but I'm not a physicist. But I'll try my best. And then we're going to talk about how to actually play them, and I'll even show you how to use them in some of your playing too. That was so pretty, Daniel.
That was pretty.
Man, he just started last week. And he's already gotten so good. He knows.
I started out left hand.
If you're not a member here on banjobandclark.com, if you're watching somewhere else, I'd be honored to have you on board the site. Come on over, become a Gold Peak member. You can see his full lesson and hundreds more. Let's go. Howdy, friends. Let's talk about harmonics. We're going to stay out of the weeds here and just do an overview of the science of harmonics. And then we're going to, in the next video segments, talk about how to actually play them, and then where all we can find them, and how we can even use them in songs and in licks. That's a lot of fun. So when we play strings, they vibrate, right? And the sound that we hear is due to the vibration. Not only that, but it's due to how fast it vibrates, which is called its frequency. And it's measured in this unit called hertz. We'll talk a little bit more about that in a bit. So these different strings are stretched at different tensions, and they have different diameters, and they vibrate at different speeds, and they create different pitches, right? And whenever we play our strings with the fret, we're shortening the length of that string. We're increasing its frequency, increasing the hertz, and the pitch is going up. Okay, so everything's trending up, except the length of the string is going shorter. The frequency, the hertz, and the pitch are all climbing. All right, so we've got that. Whenever we play harmonics, all that we're doing is we're artificially dividing the string in half. So, for instance, whenever we play this string, this A string, it's got this low note. If we were to cut that string in half and play it at the 12th fret and actually mash down, we also get another A note. And that makes sense because the 12th fret is the midpoint of that string. So if we take a string that's a certain length and we cut it right in half and we play it, it's going to be the same pitch, just one octave higher. The hertz are actually going to double. And I can show you that here on this tuner. Check it out. This A note is right at 110 hertz. If I go to the 12th fret and I play it, what is it? It's right at 220. So the relationship is that every octave that we climb, the hertz doubles. If we went one more octave up, what would it be? It would be 440, A440. Okay, you probably heard that before. Whenever we play harmonics, we're going to, that's exactly what we're doing. We're dividing the string into various equal segments. And because we barely touch the string, we're creating a chime-like effect that sounds like this. You'll notice that those notes sound differently than if we were to fret it, even though they're at the same frequency. Very cool. We'll talk about how to play those here in a bit. But what I want to do is look at several of the different ways that we can divide this string and the interesting notes that we get as a result of that. So let's stay on this A string. And if we play our harmonic at the 12th fret, it's there because we're dividing that string into two equal parts. The next way that we can get a harmonic is to divide that string into three equal parts. Where would we go to do that? Do you know? Well, if we had a ruler here, we could measure from the nut to the saddle and then divide by 3 and find it that way. But it's actually pretty easy to find. We go to the 7th fret wire. Now you might have noticed that that note changed. It's not an A note anymore. Why is that? I'll let you ask your teacher about that. But we've changed the fundamental length of the string. We've now divided by 3 instead of 2. But if we were to continue to divide the string into fourths, can you guess what kind of note we're going to get? Find that here on the 5th string. we're back to an A string, and now we're 2 octaves higher than where we began. We can see that on the tuner. Here's the open A, 110, 12th fret, 220, 5th fret, almost 440, and this Yamaha guitar is almost perfect. I'm probably not completely in tune. It's about as perfect as you can get. Cool. So here's the great thing about that, is that whenever we divide the string in half, of course, we can only find a harmonic in one place. When we divide the string into 3 pieces, we can find this harmonic in 2 different places. Here, and then we can find the equidistance on the other side. Let me find it here. There it is, on the other side of the 12th fret. Pretty cool. Here's the other cool thing that I want to point out, is just kind of a neat fact. Whenever we play these harmonics, we can continue to touch that string in the place where the harmonic's being played, and it doesn't mute the note. For instance, if we cut the string in half at the 12th, but if we were to touch that string somewhere else, it would mute it. When we cut the string into thirds, here, and we have our other one here, we can touch it at both those places and not mute the string. But if we touch it somewhere else, we mute the string. Pretty cool, huh? So it's like when we play that harmonic, we've got 3 different sections, equidistant sections of the guitar string ringing. When we go to fourths, like I said, we can even do fifths. Where's my 5th? I think it's right there. You can experiment. You can go, and you can tell whenever you found it, because you'll hear that same note harmonic go through. As you travel the string, you can keep finding them, and you can keep going technically into infinity. But after you divide the guitar string into about 6 different equidistant segments, then it's hard to hear that harmonic anymore. Now, what we've been playing are called natural harmonics, and that's just what we can get with an open string. There's all kinds of other notes that we can get if we fret the guitar, and we can play any harmonic note that we want, any pitch that we want. And I'll show you more about that later. In fact, in our next video segment, let's learn how to actually play harmonics when we hold the guitar in our lap, and show you how you can use them too.